Hey friends, back for another one. By request, a handful of people requested kind of a pen test over on Instagram, especially when I started raving about Sharpie's new S-Gel pens. These bad boys, which have been my go-to for the last few weeks. So I busted out some of my favorite pens here and a wild styled block pad from the Happy Planner, and I am going to take y'all through kind of a pen test and show y'all the different types that I use and let y'all decide for yourself which pen you want to try out and get and use and which might work better for you in your planner. So y'all ready? Let's do this. Okay, you guys, so this isn't even everything. I'm gonna pull out a couple of more pens for you guys, and I mean, I got a lot of pens, y'all. I have just bags and bags of pens. I mean, so I'm gonna kind of take y'all through a lot of my favorite ones here, and I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna grab some of my favorite ones. I'm a pen hoarder, just like I know so many of y'all are. So, yeah. We're gonna just talk about pens. We're just gonna talk about pens. Pens, 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 pens. And I'm still missing some, so why yes. Yes. I've got another one. Another one. DJ Kelly. Yeah, there we go. That's the one I was looking for. All right. Y'all knew that was coming. All right, you guys. So when it comes to just writing in my planners, taking notes, making lists, all those things, I ain't talking about lettering pens or brush pens right now. I am talking about just handwriting utensils with black ink. So that's what I'm talking about right now. So this is my collection. This is every brand that I have. Yeah, every brand that I have of just what I go and write in my planners and make lists with. So we are going to start this way and work our way that way. I think we're gonna end with that guy, right? With those new Sharpie S-Gels. And I'm going to drop the camera and really let you see a tight close-up shot of each pen so you can see the difference, see how they write, and see if it might be a pen you want to try. All right, you guys, we're really up close now. I chose to use a block pad from the Happy Planner because it's gonna be the same paper quality as your Happy Planners. Now, if you're not using a Happy Planner, you're using a different type of paper, definitely, test it out on your paper. I really like Happy Planner's paper. It's a great quality. There are some planners with thicker paper and then some with really thin paper. I haven't even told you guys this, but rest in peace to my Bando planner. I decided to retire her. Here's a picture of her. I love you, rest in peace. I retired that planner because I really found planner peace with my Happy Planners. But I am going to use Bando's travel planner. So you've not seen the last of Bando for me, and especially their stickers, oh my goodness. But I retired it because the paper quality was driving me crazy. It's a beautiful, great planner, but Happy Planner's got it down, in my opinion, with their paper quality. So, and that it's like affordable, right? Because you can always get a planner you know, like Erin Condren or something that has a thicker, I think a little bit of thicker, higher quality paper, but you're gonna pay for it. So that's just my 2 cents. But here we have got the Paper Mate Flare, and this is a medium tip, all right? So I'm going to write the name of the pen. That's what we're gonna do. So, all right, there we go. We got that Paper Mate Flare medium. So the thing is, and I think you can get a fine tip. So I like the medium for a thicker writing. I use this one a lot in my Bando. That's what this pen made me think of. I would use this in my Bando, and I forgot what other planner I would use it in a lot. But this was my favorite pen for a long time, until I didn't like how bold and thick it was, and I really wanted to be able to write more in my planners. So I started trying out thinner, more fine tip pens, and then that led me to Sharpie's fine tip pen. This one, this little guy right here. There we go. This fine tip pen, it says fine right there. Okay, so while this is a fine tip, it's a very blocky, I can't even explain it. You can't really write, I'm gonna tear this off and flip it over. You can't really write sideways with it. Nothing comes out, right? That annoys me. You really have to write like straight on with this one. So there you go. And that's great, right? It's a little more fine and thinner than the Paper Mate Flare. But if you don't like to have to write that way straight on, this is not the pen for you. Still a great pen. Very great. All right. Now, Dana Lee, y'all have heard me rave about this pen. The sky's the limit. Look how cute these are. So Dana Lee, these are lettered by her, designed by her, and produced by Ecolo. I'm not sure how to say their name. So they have all kinds of these in TJ Maxx, Marshalls, all that good stuff on Amazon. Again, I'm gonna link all of these on my Amazon list below. It writes like butter, and it really does. So I'm gonna just call this one Dana Lee pen. Literally just, it writes like butter. And it's just kind of like a normal ballpoint pen. So then I was using this one religiously in my planners for a while. This is an old school fave tool, you guys. Tool, right? I keep this one and its rose gold sister for pictures especially. It's a definitely kind of a traditional ballpoint pen where, and it's, I believe it's gel and it's medium. This one's medium. I feel like the ink's starting to run out. That's gonna make me so sad. My mom refills these and I can get some from her. But it's really kind of your traditional ballpoint gel pen. Nothing really fancy about it. It writes a little fresher than that when it's got some fresh ink. I've had this one forever. So this might be not the best one to show you guys. Let me see. Here it is. I'm telling y'all I have pens everywhere. Here's its rose gold white sister here. So pretty. She needs to be cleaned up. So let me see. Let me draw a little heart. There we go. So when it's got more fresh ink, we got there. I'm gonna do it again. So obviously the ink looks a little more faded there, but it's the same, right? There we go. So traditional there. If this is in the lineup, just because if you don't have a white jelly roll, guys, I'm just gonna like, you know, color out some dots here. If you wanna like get rid of lines or dots or anything, get yourself one of these. You know, make those dots disappear. This one is so great, honestly, to color out that fine line in your happy planners when you're sticking a sticker down or anything. So if you don't have a white jelly roll, this is a must-have. The 08, the 8, just, it's a must-have, honestly. All right, you guys, Micron. I have been a Micron fan for years. One of my best friends, Jess, she uses these to sketch a lot. So it's definitely a great sketching pen. This one is a number 3. Yeah, number 3, Pigma Micron, 0.35. If you are learning to draw like lined floral art, anything like that, you have a sketch pad, Micron is my number 1 recommendation for that. You can get these fine little tips too and use them in your planner if you would like. So again, with these, just kind of like the Sharpie pens, you got to kind of write straight on. So they've got that block kind of style to them. It's a great pen. It's great quality. Definitely great for lined art on sketch paper. So there we go. Now we are going to, let's see, I already did that one. Did I put it over here? Yes, okay. I already did that one. Now we're gonna go to kind of more, I'm gonna stick with kind of comparable, if you wanna compare these guys. Micron and Tombow has these mono drawing pens. Okay, here we go. This one is a number 1. It is, yeah, it's just the number 1. It doesn't say the tip size, so it's just a mono drawing pen. Water-based pigment ink. So I believe it's kind of the same as this one. I think this is pigmented ink too. Yeah, micro pigment. There we go. So if you want that pigmented kind of formula, it's a very, very rich, and this one is super thin. So where this is like a 3, this is like the teeniest, tiniest little, like, you can't even see that. It's so teeny and tiny. It's like a little speck, right? So I'm gonna go here. These are perfect. This one is so thin. I don't write with these in my happy planner, but if I'm gonna sketch in my happy planner, which I've done, or draw lined floral art, anything like that, these are my go-tos. In my Allie Kay drawing, like I have both of her books on how to learn how to draw lined florals. Those are what I use to practice. So you can just tell the difference right there between the Micron and Tombow. I think Micron is a little bit better quality, but Tombow you can get, look how thin that is, yet it's pigmented. So it's probably the most thin yet pigmented pen you can really get. And then we're gonna move on now to even thinner pens. So this one is recommended by April, or Mom Run Craft. She is planner queen. Oh my goodness. I just kind of look at her as like she's honestly the Beyonce of planner world. Like nobody can touch her. She is planner queen. And she is pen queen. So this one is a Pilot, and it is Japanese, so I cannot like read anything on here. And it's a Juice Up 03. All right, so that's what this one is. Super thin, super thin. I mean, guys, this is like scratchy thin. So when you see April's thin, beautiful, fine lines, it's usually this pen. So I'm just gonna write Pilot Juice Up 03. Look how thin and fine that is. Like, it's crazy. So crazy. So my only complaint about this pen is I'm a textures person, right? Nails on a chalkboard, scratching, that stuff gives me the jitters. When I write in my planner with this one, I kind of get a little bit of jitters, right? So that's my only complaint. My second complaint is it's kind of too light for me. So if you want a super thin, lighter ink, this one is your jam, all right? It's still great. I use this one in my minis more than anything when I have a lot to write and I have that little space, right? But if you want one that's comparable to this one, where it's gonna be thin, but a little darker, Muji is the way to go. And again, Japan with the awesome pens here. So Muji, and this is a 0.38. And y'all have heard a lot of planner babes talk about this one. So I have a whole bunch of these. So I'm gonna write Muji 0.38. Bam. Very comparable to the Pilot. It is darker, blacker ink. So if you want something that's kind of that thin, but darker, this one's your go-to. So that's kind of the comparison there. And now, oh, for the Holy Grail. And I say it that way because, guys, honestly, these pens are some of my all-time favorites. I mean, here are all my pens, right? And I still have others that I haven't even shared with you guys. I mean, I've been gifted like this little cutie that writes really well, but I have no idea the name of it. Like, it was sent to me in Happy Mail. I don't know where to even get it. Like, I have so many pens. This is one of my favorites too, a Mighty Mini. I have no idea where to even get this one, but it writes so, like, you know, like, I've been gifted pens, pickup pens, randomly, these are kind of my core ones. Well, since I've added the S gels, this is all I've been using. So Sharpie came out with the S gel, and the first person I saw that talked about them and showed us that Sharpie's announcement was Michelle, Plan the Happies, my girl. She's another pen queen, and she has an enormous pen collection that I'm super jealous of, and she's just amazing. And she is note-taking queen. I mean, if you've ever seen her school notes, they're unreal. They're unreal. So she has flipped over these, and she shared these first, and so I saw her, and then I saw everyone else kind of freak out about them. So of course I had to get them. But I got the 0.7, which is going to be more of your medium, and then the finer one is going to be the 0.5. So, oh my gosh, if you can even see that, you guys. Can you even see that? The 0.5. All right. So, I'm not going to let y'all know which one is my favorite out of these two, but I'm just going to write them. So, we got the 0.7 here. Sharpie S Gel. 0.7. So smooth, you guys. I mean, all right. And then we got a Sharpie S Gel 0.5. All right, y'all. Look at that. So you can barely tell the difference. This is just a little bit more thicker than that one, and the 0.5 is my favorite for sure. Let me show y'all the difference between, let's draw a number 1, and this was the 0.5, and a number 1. Oops. With this one, all right? Honestly, there's not much of a difference. It's just a little thicker, truly. You know, let's do another test. I'm gonna write my name. And I'm writing nice and slow. That's the 0.7. Let's get the 0.5 up in her. The 0.5, I feel like I have more control over it. But look, almost no difference, you guys. Just a smidge thinner. But it's still my favorite because I feel like I have more control over it. So after looking at all of these now, you can probably see why it's my favorite. I think, and you look at Sharpie's quality up here and then down here, I mean, they're great quality. Sharpie's is kind of dominating in my opinion. Some of these other ones, like Dana Lee's pen is very close behind it. Papermate is always gonna have my heart for that flair, honestly. It's thicker, it's bold, it pops out. I love the thin ones if you kind of want your ink to kind of blend in and not stand out too much like a Papermate Flair one would. So these are all the pens. What do y'all think? Y'all let me know y'all's favorite. Let me know if you're gonna try any of these. I hope it kind of helps so y'all can see how they look together, what kind of pen and color you want to see in your planner, you know? So I hope that's helpful. Let me know below. This was Erica's pen test. Very professional. So I hope that helps you guys, and safe to say, where you at? I'm a Sharpie S-Gel 0.5 planner babe por vida, or at least for right now, because planner babes, we are ever changing, right? Always changing, always trying, especially us pen hoarders. But I love you guys. Until next time.